We're going to work on the animations next for the character. So if you go to player and then down to the chick character, we're going to set up the animations. So go ahead and double click on the chick just to make sure that it's focused inside your scene view. We'll place on several different animations. So again, if you reference back to the list that we were working on, we had one that was for idle, we had one for a got hit, and then we had one for a jump. We'll probably add an extra one that's going to be a jump start. That way we have a position right before you jump. So to get started with it though, let's start with the easy one first. Let's go for idle. So we'll go up to window and we're going to go down to where it says animation. Go ahead and click on animation. Your window may just kind of come in like this where it's just undocked. I'm going to go ahead and dock this one inside of the game tab. Since we're not using game at the moment, we'll just have it right here. Alright, so with this set up, what we want to do, if you notice, it's going to be a blank one. It's going to say create. There isn't anything on the chick characters. There's no animator, there's no animations. So we'll click on the create button. Let's go ahead and create a new one. Now I'm going to go to Crossy Road Animations. This is the folder that we had that we made. And the animation, let's just call this idle. Alright, and we'll save on this one. So by doing this, what you should notice is on chick now, there is a animator. There's a controller now that's going to be the animator controller called chick. And then we don't have the avatar yet, but inside of the chick is going to be our property that we have for our animation. If we go over to our animation inside of our project tab, you'll see that we now have an idle animation and we have the chick animator controller, the animator. Alright, so we have those two, which is great. Now inside of the idle, what we want to do is actually nothing except add a move property so that he has a position for it. So we'll go to add property, transform, and we're just going to add a position. So we'll click on the little plus button right there. What it's going to do is set up a keyframe for us, and it's a 1 second keyframe. We don't need a whole second though. We'll take this down to about, we'll say about a quarter second, half second, somewhere around there. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just take it to about right there. So there's not going to be an animation per se in terms of, like you could animate it, but we're just going to leave it where his idle is actually just stiff, where he just stands there. So if I push play, it's going to animate between it, but it's the same position, so nothing's going to happen there. Alright, congratulations. That is the first animation, and that is our idle animation. So this will be the easy one, and then we'll get started with the next one coming right up. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my record button. So this is finished off. Notice just so to make sure I point it out, when you are in animation mode, if you are animating, you'll notice that a lot of things turn red, letting you know that these properties are animated. So if you see something and you're just working on it and you forget that you actually had animation turned on, should be a good indicator for you to say, hey, wait a second, I'm in animation mode. Alright, so we'll get started with the next one after this, which will get into our jump.